Hey, it's Paul Bacco, and what you're going to learn in this video is why Christians should start a kingdom business and how to start with a proven business model. So why do some Christian entrepreneurs succeed in everything they do? Why do they have the Midas touch? I'm often asked, hey, Paul, where should I start? And that's a great question, but it's the wrong one. First, you must ask, why should I start? In other words, why put up with the hassles of a business at all? You might prefer the security that comes from a job, and that's okay. How do you decide? Well, it's simple. You ask your daddy, right? All endeavors must start with prayer and getting the inner green light. This is critical. The Bible tells us that when we commit our actions to Him, our thoughts are established. In Proverbs 16:3, it's hard to commit our actions to Him if we're not 100% certain that He's instructed us to take said action. Therefore, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do nothing until you have the green light from our daddy. Don't seek information and business models and shiny objects. Seek Him. How do you know? Well, for each one of us, it's different. For some, it's an inner sense of peace with a course of action. With others, someone in their relationship with will confirm it. Some can hear the still small voice. And you can't go wrong by following peace. The bottom line is you must learn how to be led and then must actually be led. And it's by faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith occurs here. It's an inner seeing. It's our positive use of our imagination. Meaning when God says jump, we say how high. If you do this, you'll be unstoppable because you'll be in position. Your mind will be fixed. You'll tap into all your kingdom resources. You'll be a lion. If you don't start with this, you could be unstable, like we read about in James 1:7-9. Tossed about like the waves of the sea. Let not that man think that they will receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. We have to be single-minded. That's why having a proven and simple business model and mindset and mentor can help so much. These work synergistically together as an accelerant to your dreams, as an insurance policy against your blind spots, and as an encourager when it gets hard. Once you're clear that God has told you that He wants you to start your own business, then we can move along. And again, you might prefer to sign off at 5 and not have to think about anything else until the next morning. And that's fine, and that's fair. Listen, business isn't a cakewalk. Otherwise, everybody and their brother would be rich. However, for us as Christians, we have a power source that is not known to the world. It's the most significant and powerful source the world has ever seen. And it's a person, and He lives inside of us, and His name is Jesus, the Anointed One. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you. Ephesians 1:19-21. He equips you. So read Ephesians tonight, okay? The Lord showed it to me like this when I was trying to explain it to my kids. It's George Jetson versus Fred Flintstone. So Fred, you can sit down in a car, you can move your feet, get everybody in your family moving your feet, legs spinning, all that energy. Or like George Jetson, you can sit and you can zoom without effort from point A to point B. So we should let the power flow through us, okay? We should be more like George and less like Fred. And the world should see that. Remember, we're billboards to God's kingdom. We're His ambassadors. We're representatives, and we should allow Him to live powerfully through us. So don't be afraid to embrace the work that's involved, okay? And recognize that you're not alone. So if you feel God is drawing you to your own business, then He'll empower you to do it. No doubt about it. Just don't quit. It's not going to be easy. You're not going to wake up and walk down the sidewalk one day and get whacked in the head with a $10,000 recurring income. It doesn't work that way. There's seed, time, harvest. First the blade, then the ear, then the full corn. There's a progression. And it's through faith and patience that we go through that progression. Okay? We just got to work it. We got to be single-minded on our why and our vision, His vision through us. And that's very easy once that foundation is set. So I encourage you to seriously consider the Finder's business model. Okay? I know somebody that can help you with that, okay? But there's other options. There's a lot of options for you, as a matter of fact. Like even if you hate the mechanical aspect of the business, you can just go do it and then earn your freedom back. And then you've got options, right? And then you can pivot to the next project if you want. I'd much rather make money for myself than a company. I'd rather work hard for my dreams than a company who I don't know where their values lie. So the searching for that perfect business model, just pick a good one, man. Like learn, go to work, harvest. Don't complicate it, okay? By no means am I saying that the Finder's business model is the only business model. That's foolishness, okay? That's dumb. I am saying, based on my research of over 150 different business models, building over 10 businesses, 7 that were successful. The first 3 were train wrecks. But based on my experience, observation, and over 20-year entrepreneurial track record, and working with over 900 Christians, it's one of the best business models on planet Earth today, in my opinion, period. We get money today. We're creating monthly income. We get money later. It's incredible. And we've seen every demographic, every background, every age group succeed if they just go to work. It's the business model works 100% of the time. The question is, does the person work? Okay. It's like a franchise. You start a McDonald's, and as long as you don't change it from the Big Mac to the Big Bubba, you're going to be successful if you follow their system. Same thing here. Okay. I'm suggesting you date it for a bit, get to know it. At some point, you'll fall in love, and then it's time to focus. The reason we fail is broken focus. So we need to master this, like Paul did when he told us, this one thing I do. Powerful words, this one thing. The finder's business is great because you can date it fast, like speed dating. You know within a week or so if you love it, because you'll be able to get those leads flowing quickly. And any component you don't love, there are people that do love to do that thing. And we can introduce you to some of those people. People who would be happy to do the task that you're not excited to do. So don't think of any business model as, would I like to do the work of the business? That's foolishness. Business is a tool. You don't have to love it. Just use it as a lever. And remember the sequence. The power is in the sequence. First, create an active income from your finder's business. The initial 6 to 12 month goal is 20 grand a month. Next, convert that active, which requires your time, into a passive stream, which requires minimal time from your business. We do this through hiring or promoting virtual assistants to act as a general manager to handle all the minutia. At this point, you have a machine that runs 95% without you, and you only have to take 5% of that. That's like 5 hours a week, and you can get that down to 1 hour a week, like 15 minutes a day if you want. Okay, so you build your business on technology, you leverage systems, a couple of part-time virtual assistants. Congratulations, you just bought your time back. Okay, and oh, by the way, the machine not only creates passive income by leveraging through your team, but it also creates passive income because of the model, the way it's structured. You get work once and you get paid again and again and again through the assets that we acquire through the finder's business. Okay, whether you have a team or not. You can get to one point where you can shut down your finder's business down and you still have 10, 20, 50, 100 grand a month of passive income coming through, right? It's powerful. So congratulations, right? You just earned your freedom, okay? Now, if you're willing to invest 10 to 15 hours a week into your model, if you're willing to submit to our mentorship, and if you're willing to work on your mindset, we can probably get you to your forever freedom in 12 months or less, right? Because remember, the first deal, the first transaction, the first 10 grand is the hardest. The second transaction, the second 10 grand is easier. And then it just gets easier. It's like cookie cutter, rinse, repeat, okay? Once you go through that learning curve, you're off to the races, baby, okay? And you're working one time and you're getting paid again and again off of that effort. So don't get hung up on the details and don't overthink this. And don't get into paralysis of analysis. Your tool, your business is a tool to buy back your freedom. So start with your why, then get direction from the Lord, okay? And the side note, the reason that we start with our why instead of getting direction from the Lord is because the Lord is the one who puts those desires in our heart. Our why is from Him. So starting from our why is a way to reverse engineer into getting direction from the Lord. And it's sometimes easier to reverse engineer into His will simply by looking at those things in our heart. What are we excited about? What's our vision? What makes us come alive? What are we passionate about? What would you do with 20 grand a month? How would you invest your time? What ministers or ministries or causes or political things would you focus on and sow into? Those desires are from Him. So pick a model, take it for a test drive, marry it, and focus like a machine on doing the work, period. Don't goof around learning stuff, watching YouTube videos, attending webinars, reading emails, getting pitched. Don't be subject to someone else's demand on your attention and your focus. You be the head and do the work. Be not weary in well-doing, because in due season you will harvest if you faint not. Okay? Galatians 6:9. Remember, with a finder's business, we're a big-time blessing to our customers in the marketplace. Many of them are on their knees and praying for a solution. You could be the answer to that. Many of these people don't have any other solutions other than somebody like us. It's a powerful kingdom dynamic. It's a worthy endeavor. Okay, you'll do your first transaction, you learn a few things, you make a few mistakes, you do your second transaction, make a little money, learn a few things, make a few mistakes, you do your third time, By the time you complete your third transaction, you're golden. You understand your system. You're generating between 6 to 15 to 20 grand per transaction, right? Mostly from your home with a laptop and a cell phone. Done. You or someone on your team, spoken with sellers, you have seen Facebook ads perform, you have experienced the leverage of working with partners, social buyers, you have proven to yourself that A, it works, and B, you can do it. Welcome to a whole new world. Now sit back and reminisce about the good old days when you didn't have a model, you didn't have a mindset, you didn't have a mentor, right? When you were confused, watching YouTube videos, Googling, searching, trying to find that thing, when there was maybe no hope of ever being able to buy your freedom back. Now your world is different. You're happy. You took that red pill. Right? You possess confidence, the eye of the tiger. Your spouse looks at you and they beam. You're planning that vacation, getting that gift, on your way to being debt-free, planning what kingdom projects you're going to support. You have your time back. You have the rest of your life to choose your own adventure with the Lord. You're either close to being able to make some quality decisions about keeping your current job or business or firing your boss. And you're probably on the way to paying off some serious your debt. You can see the vision of earning 20 grand a month from a home-based business of your own. As you see bigger goals, your dreams, you're excited. It's the PEAK to PEEK principle in operation. You get to the top of the mountain, you see another mountain. You get to the top of the peak, you see the next peak. The peak to peak principle. It's working. You wake up with a smile on your face, a spring in your step, a song in your heart, a twinkle in your eye. You have more energy than you did 10 years ago. Now, my friend, that is an amazing place to be. It's my greatest wish for you that you get there. And by the way, everything we've talked about until now is just phase one. Phase two is where it really gets exciting, where you learn how to serve 80 to 90% of the leads that we generate. You learn how to tap into the finder's business model to build a portfolio of income generating assets that produce monthly income, boom, 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 all without picking up a hammer, without using your cash, without using your credit, without any risk, without any liability. You learn how to go from 20K to 30 to 50 to 100K a month or more if you choose to. Remember the principle. When you learn how to lift 100 pounds, you automatically know how to lift 10 or 15 or 75 pounds, okay? You supercharge your wealth and accelerate. And it's incredible. So if you'd like to learn more about the Finder's business and how you can build a faith-based business and avoid trudging through the mediocrity of our society, working a 9-to-5 job in Cubicle City, working in a dinosaur business, a dead-end business, trading time for money, the 40-40 plan, the rat race, then go to my website, christianentrepreneurinc.com. Click on the button that says Manifesto, or go directly to christianentrepreneurinc.com/tips, TIPS. There will be a step-by-step overview of how the model works. Guys, gals, this model is working for hundreds of Christians like yourself. Look, there's no opt-in required, okay? So it might be interesting for a Christian trying to live a life aligned with something more meaningful that God has called you to do. Click the link below. I don't want you to miss out. I need more wealthy Jesus freaks together that we can take our country back. We can take the politics back. We can be the head and not the tail. We can be the ambassadors that the Lord Jesus has called us to be. We need to rise up. So if it's not this, pick something. I need you to. Okay? We hope to hear from you soon and have a blessed day.